So YouTube family, Nebraska and Colorado Buffaloes, they're about to run it again on a Saturday. I think the only best thing we can do is show you some highlights on how some of this played out last year so we can talk about these things with only receipts. Let me show you a little bit highlights before we get started.
Kickoff. I'm hard from the start. Kickoff. I'm going to be running down on kickoff. You see me down there. They're going to need two guys to block me. I want them to know that.
Today on offense. Third down and 10 at the 48. SHEDEUR Sanders to the sideline. What a throw. Woo!
Kickoff. I'm hard from the start.
Here's Sanders to throw it. Steps up with a lane. SHEDEUR Sanders still on the move.
All over them.
Here's Gabe Irvin following his blocks with a lane. Irvin still moving. Irvin. Hard line. Can Sanders and the Buffaloes pay it off? Here's Sanders looking. Sanders winding up. He's got him in. Touchdown. Tarvarish Dawson.
YouTube, give me my theme song.
I've been broke so many times. I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault. It's my fault. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Think it's best I put my...
So, if you guys don't know what's going on, pretty much what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing here is, once again, a lot of people don't like Colorado football. We're going to only use receipts on these videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great Saturday of college football. Now, Nebraska, once again, is a 7-point favorite, just like last year. I wonder why the team that actually beat the team last year and dismantled them in every way are also still the underdog yet again. But that's okay. We're used to it. So it's like SHEDEUR said, we are every team's Super Bowl. Love them or hate them, they attract eyeballs. That's what Colorado brings to the spectrums of things. But if you guys don't understand, I'm seeing everybody rooting against Colorado football, and I'm like, you forgot that Nebraska had 4 turnovers versus Colorado in Boulder last year. 2 fumbles by the quarterback, Jeff Sims. But we don't need to talk about Jeff Sims too much because Nebraska has found a quarterback, and I like Raiola. But let's go through a little bit more things. So I'm seeing a lot of guys like a clown by the name of RJ from the Fox networks. I got to see RJ when he was a regular content creator before he established himself, dominated, and got the right to be on TV. Supposedly TV. See, they hide him in the back with the rest of the jigaboos. We're going to get into that. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but this is RJ, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, let me play you what he had to say about Colorado football.
Ball, you can't stop the run, you're going to lose the game. You know, I got folks in the comments over here talking about, oh, well, it's nice to know that you're picking against Colorado. You mean I got 2 eyes? Is that what we're saying here? That I got 2 eyes? That I saw you in a dogfight with FCS North Dakota State, the number 2 team in FCS, and that Oklahoma State showed you exactly what you're supposed to do with a top-ranked FCS program? RJ, Oklahoma State is not the same program as Colorado. You damn right. That's what we're saying.
This dude, one of them stepping fetchings, he used Deion Sanders to help his dying channel. That's what they don't talk about. See, he did all he could to tap dance for a certain segment of the community. They didn't respond to him well. He actually covers college football every day. I respect him for that. I'm not going to be fake. I've been subscribed to him for like 5 years now. All of a sudden, he took a turn and started going on a tangent against Colorado and Deion. You don't believe me? These are some of the videos he's been making. He's going out his way and understanding the algorithm would respect you and give you more views if you speak negatively about Colorado, not if you speak in favor of them like we do here. See, my views only go up. I'm shadow banned, but we have videos with 100,000, 200, 300,000 views. That's because of you guys. You know what right and wrong. Now here's RJ, who gave away his moral compass for views. This guy says on his title, Matt rules the Nebraska has this, that. He doesn't even know how to write good, but Matt rules Nebraska has this that Coach Prime Colorado does not. He goes back and forth on these different type of titles. He makes another one about Oklahoma State. You know, the guy's in Oklahoma, ladies and gentlemen, so he's clearly biased. He doesn't know how to do his job without being biased. So he goes in and says, number 17 Oklahoma State showed Deion Sanders, Colorado, what to do with a top-ranked FCS team. You know, Oklahoma State, the same Oklahoma State that got defeated by South Alabama last year. How come that's not talked about? You know, when South Alabama looked every bit better than Oklahoma State and beat them 33-7, where was that energy, RJ, you and the rest of the segment, that all of a sudden you made Colorado your rival? You guys don't even know nothing about Colorado, but you just know you hate this. I only use receipts over here to show you more guys that are hating. You got On3 Sports relentlessly, Nebraska Cornhuskers dominate Colorado Buffaloes. What would this mean for Matt Rule? They're salivating at the mouth. They want to see this happen. You got Steve Hank. Nebraska makes a statement and dominates Colorado 40-10. This has been going on long stop. Before I show you the receipts of Nebraska and what that's been going on, look at their guys. Their guys have been talking crap all this year before they even play the game.
Kickoff. I'm hard from the start. Kickoff. I'm going to be running down on kickoff. You see me down there. They're going to need 2 guys to block me. I want them to know that. Kickoff.
Like, their linebackers are talking crap too. Let's just get to the receipts because I'm tired of this. Dude, Nebraska remembered this when they said SHEDEUR is not going to have over 150 yards passing. This was what was said by all the ESPN pundits, all the media on CBS, all the YouTube fake wannabe pundits and analysts. What happened to this last year?
Yard line. Can Sanders and the Buffaloes pay it off? Here's Sanders looking. Sanders winding up. He's got him in. Touchdown.
And this?
Nebraska jumps offside. Free play for Sanders. Over the middle. Caught for first down.
Dissecting them.
Breaks a tackle. Still on the move.
And this.
Sanders. Empty backfield. Here's SHEDEUR with time. SHEDEUR in trouble. Sanders.
Nah, he
breaks contained. Fires it down the field.
Did you guys forget about that? Oh, it gets a lot better. Did you forget about the way he dissected your meteor core defense? We're going to show proof that Nebraska improved on quarterback, but you did not improve on your defense. But let's get to it. Let's show you how SHEDEUR beat them up and down.
Sanders in trouble. Fires. Open. Caught. Down the sideline.
It gets worse. He also did this.
SHEDEUR Sanders under pressure, bounces, takes his time, guns it, touchdown, Buffalo!
And this.
First down at the 30. Sanders bouncing, Sanders throwing, caught at the 15-yard line.
And he did a long pass over here. What the ladies like, the home run right here.
Over that conversation after that great performance last week.
Here's Sanders over the middle, caught by guess who? Jimmy Horn.
My God, and Jimmy Horn was eating too, but just when you think it couldn't get worse, ladies and gentlemen, there's more highlights of what Colorado did to the glorious Nebraska last year.
First down and goal at the 8-yard line. Trick play here. Dawson, can he get there? Touchdown, Colorado! Of the fourth quarter, SHEDEUR Sanders looking. Steps up, wants a run. Touchdown, Colorado.
Touchdown, Colorado. Now, I'm going to go in and speak this. Like, let's go in, man. It's like Matt Rule's Nebraska versus UTEP game was so overhyped, bro. Same people hyping up a win against UTEP are the same ones downplaying the win that North Dakota lost against Colorado. You know what I mean? North Dakota that won 10 games last year. That's who we beat. Nebraska beat a UTEP team that only won 3 games last year, and they're jovialating at the mouth, letting everybody know about we're conquering football. Nebraska football is back. Unlike the fans of Nebraska football, I'm a realistic dude. I don't hate on other opponents. Nebraska has this hatred that comes from a segment of the community that's not only Nebraska. It's everybody versus Colorado. You got people in the segments who don't know nothing about Nebraska football, but they're going out their way. I'm rooting for Nebraska, as if we don't know why they're rooting for Nebraska. Everything comes down to race with these group of people. They don't know how to give credit. It's one thing to hate on a team for race reasons or whatever, but why don't you? I thought you love football. Even if you're racist, why not give credit that they beat you guys fair and square? None came out when Nebraska lost. All you seen was different excuses, just like you're seeing this year. See, a segment of our community stick the code. Sometimes I wish we as a group of people can copy them and stick the code, if you want me to be real, because it will sell more if the media prints out more Colorado losing games versus them winning. It doesn't help anybody for Colorado to win except for melanated people and those beautiful Mayo Nation all the way there in Colorado. But if you're not part of the Mayo Nation of Colorado, it's like everybody else are on one accord. We have to be against Deion Sanders. We the people, we the Republic of these states of the United States of America against Deion Sanders. It's the same thing like melanated boxers when they're fighting somebody from Yugoslavia, somebody from Europe. You see everybody America put the American flags down and they take up the flags of those other countries to be against us. For instance, Floyd Mayweather. But you don't hear me. You don't want to hear it. So let's show more receipts, because at the end of the day, like last year when Oklahoma lost to Alabama, it was silence. But Oklahoma has done a great job, ladies and gentlemen. They got a stud by the name of Raiola. You guys know how I feel about him. I tell you, he will be drafted as a top 10 pick. Maybe at worst a top 10, 15 pick by the time he chooses to leave college football. He was supposed to be at Georgia and he did some fluke-like thing and went to Nebraska, but you don't hear people calling out Matt Rule for that. But when Deion took Travis Hunter, the whole world was against Deion for that. How does he go to Jackson State? You just hear a lot of people ridiculing Travis Hunter's decision to go to Jackson State. But with Raiola, he's going home. He's going where his daddy played. It's like it's always a flip-flop. But let's look at some of the highlights of Dylan or of Mr. Raiola.
Get a third down possible.
He got 19 that time. Westmoreland double team. Raiola with that arm angle spits it out for Nair.
He has an arm, ladies and gentlemen. The kid could throw.
A lot of time. Now he bails and throws, and they won't get the broken tackle they need from Nair.
See, right there on that play, he was consistent. They didn't get the first down, but he didn't panic in the pocket. He still did the best decision he could have done, was get the ball off quickly to said so receiver. Now the situation with Raiola, he works with Patrick Mahomes teams as far as Patrick Mahomes staff members who get Patrick Mahomes at a top-notch level. And Raiola's been coached by the best. It's all the way when he went to Georgia, we thought he was going there because he moved to Georgia as well to get acclimated to the area, but he's a capper, but we're not going to get into that. A kid has the right to make the best decision for himself. So here's more of Raiola's highlight of dissecting and being a sniper out there on that field.
Second down, throw. Raiola a little high, rescued by Nair. Second down, Dowdell.
Let's look at more.
Second down, he'll throw it again. Pressure got there. He's going to go deep ball down the sideline again. Oh, man, did he drop it in? Good night.
That was a good throw, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't see that throw perfectly, let's look at it slowly right quick.
Face, and this is why you're the top 10 recruit in the country, the biggest ever. Even with somebody, a big old DN bearing right down into you, you can't drop that.
That's like right on the money, y'all.
Raiola, end zone! What a catch by...
I mean, good catch, good throw. Now, here's the inconsistent plays of Nebraska football, but I want you guys to notice one thing. Us Colorado fans, we can give credit and props to other players. Unlike the Nebraska fans, they're calling SHEDEUR trash. I mean, what I don't understand is if it's the other racist fans, go ahead and call SHEDEUR trash. But if you're Nebraska fans, why are you calling a guy trash who obliterated your weak defense? He destroyed and exposed your coach. He exposed your defensive line. and yet you're calling SHEDEUR trash. Now here's a Nebraska team that went up against a weak UTEP team who only won 3 games, and this is proof that Nebraska defense sucks and they never adapted. Since everybody is talking about Colorado's defense, what about Nebraska's defense?
Corner spot, Buford fading back. They'll throw that direction. Trey Goodman on the catch.
UTEP was eating. Look at this.
They have a guy with a stopwatch during practice counting off.
They were eating on your defense.
Breaking to the outside.
You guys have no defensive lines. Linebackers are like a deer with a headlight. You guys failed to improve on defense. I mean, you can criticize Colorado, but how can one criticize one when you have the same issue we have at Colorado? And it continues. I have more proof your defense sucks.
For UTEP across the 40 from the West Texas town of El Paso. Locklear wants a deep shot.
Look at that.
Near side, touchdown.
Getting beaten every way. Your defensive backs are getting beaten every way.
What did you say to me in warm-ups? Who does he look like?
Cam Thomas, Maurice Jones.
Can't cover a lick or fly.
He is low to the ground, 5'7", 190.
Jesus. I mean, look, your running game finally did good during the second half, but the fact that, our running game didn't do no better. But the fact that you guys are talking and yapping, I like bringing receipts. Your running game took over an entire half and a half to find your legs, because this what was going on in the first half against a weak UTEP. Look at your running game.
68 yards so far. Here's another one. The second door was closed. The third one got closed faster by Josiah Allen.
Your running game was being closed down on every corner after the defense got tired because UTEP offense wasn't prevailing. Then you dismantled that weak UTEP team, but no one is talking about it. They're saying Nebraska football is back. Look, I'm going to play something before I say I have to say. This is Matt Rhule. What the media never shows. Matt Rhule and Deion Sanders speaking good about each other because it doesn't sell for tickets.
Have that chance, and I have so much respect for Deion. But I believe in our staff. I believe what we're doing, and we're going to put it together and go out there and play. It'll be a great game. I think it'll be a great thing I think it's a great thing for college football, though. Like Nebraska, Colorado. Like when I was going through this process, showing my wife and my son like 80s and 90s and those rivalries, and Coach McCartney and Coach Osborne, and just those are some great games, man. And so like to have this game, and I think the last 2 times we played them, like 0-2 against them, in the last 2 games against Colorado. So to start off at Minnesota and then come back and go to Colorado, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's fun for football, but the racists can't see it that way. Let's let Prime say the same thing.
First of all, I have a ton of respect for Matt Rhule. He's in, I call it our class of coaches. We all, took on a tremendous test that year, along with Coach Dillingham and several others. So I feel like we're a fraternity. So I root for that class of head coaches that came in that year.
Now, what's going on was the disrespect that Matt Rhule showed last year. See, Matt Rhule is one of these fake people. During a certain segment, he'll pretend he's the good guy with a holier-than-thou thing over his head. But he's the one who initiated this beef. Throwing tweak for tweak words out there, nothing but relentless disrespect towards the Colorado program. Now he wants to show he's this good guy. He's the same man who took the field and stormed the middle of the field to be disrespectful towards Colorado football.
Playing in this Nebraska-Colorado rivalry, I know your coach had told you all week it was personal. Were you guys able to really buy into this rivalry? What did it feel like out there?
It was extremely personal. We go, like a couple players do it, it's fine, like just enjoy the scenery, but when you got the whole team trying to disrespect it, and I'm not going for that at all. So I was saying pregame, and that's when I knew it was just extreme disrespect.
Extreme disrespect. So instead of Matt Rhule standing on it and being a leader and a general, he's going to placate to the media and become a Karen, and they're going to act like SHEDEUR said bad words to Matt Rhule. Everybody in the media made Matt Rhule the victim here.
Took some offense to you guys going out to the middle of the field before the game on Saturday. Any thoughts from you, or is it something you guys did in Minnesota, something you typically do at the part of the
game? We go there, we pray for blessings. When they came in, I asked them if they wanted. I asked SHEDEUR if he wanted to pray with us. I pray over every. I'm a public official.
You're a liar. I checked the stats. You didn't do that in most of no games. You pray. Every football team prays. But to go to the middle of the logo and pretend you're praying, I hope God gets you. I don't even care if you guys win today's football game. I want God to get people like you who use scriptures and you use the Most High for your savage reasons. And it's unacceptable, man. You did it to showcase and outshow Deion Sanders that you're so-called better. If you would have stand on it, I could have somewhat respected, but you used God in this. And the only reason you asked SHEDEUR did he want to pray with you guys, because SHEDEUR stood like a fiery lion and stood in the den amongst you fake Nebraska players, and he didn't move. He didn't budge not 1 inch. But the media used it as SHEDEUR is being disrespectful to Nebraska players who are actually being disrespectful. So they use anything they could do to throw out, you know, SHEDEUR like a crap. So predictions, let's get to it. SHEDEUR is a pro-style quarterback playing in the college football. You feel me? The O-line looks worse than it is because he's always looking down the field to extend plays. You guys got to understand that. He holds the ball a long time for a pro-style quarterback. That's what fake people say. But if you look at the scouts, they love him and project him as a top 5 pick because he can stand in there in the pocket. So for one instance, they say us melanated quarterbacks, we run the football too much. We don't know how to stay in the pocket. But when we do stay in the pocket, we hold the ball too long. They just don't like us, and they're going to use any outdated excuses to throw it on us. Now look at this, man. Colorado football, my prediction is going to be 38 to Nebraska's 20. Now I think the freshman quarterback is worth 2 touchdowns at least for Mr. Raiola. But SHEDEUR is still going to have a situation where he lights up Nebraska's secondary, my opinion, just like he did last year. Nebraska fans out here thinking they will sack SHEDEUR on every single play. Like, you have a weak defensive line. No difference than other teams who suffered last year and the start of this year. You better start thinking of what's going to happen on the plays you don't sack SHEDEUR, because you probably will sack him. He was the most sacked quarterback in the conference. I think in the NCAA in general, the most sacked quarterback, just like a David Carr who went to the Houston Texans when they were an expansion team. But we're not going to get into that. Now, views will come because folks want to see Colorado lose, and Deion fans, you feel me, they want to throw it in our faces. But Deion has nothing to do with Nebraska. They never were rivals. You don't like seeing a melanated face, so you stick to code and you gotta go against it. It's spiritual. It's deeper than football. It's bigger than football. That's why I try to preach when I teach. I use receipts, because if I don't use receipts, people come out yapping. You know, the groupies, and it's not just Nebraska groupies. Colorado, we got groupies too, man. Because when I criticize Colorado's defense, you've seen so many groupies who are calling me a fake fan and all. I'm the guy who's actually watching the team, following it play by play, watching each player's not named Travis Hunter and SHEDEUR and Deion Sanders, meaning we cover everybody on the team, all the staff members to the athletic director Rick George. But here come these fake Colorado fans who watch the ESPN highlight and they think they know football more than us. We don't respect you dudes neither. You can go jump the racist haters and be part of that team because you're embarrassing us. You don't know the game of football. You know the game of race as well. So I'm gonna call you guys out as well. I just want real football fans to click on these videos, even if you agree with me or not. I respect you people who don't disagree with me, but you're a real football fan. We welcome you guys here. We make these videos, receipts in place for the real football family, not fake groupies and fans who just want to yap. Now, at the end of the day, this is the first true test for both teams. Both Nebraska and Colorado are up at a big test right now. Like, man, y'all really wearing this matchup out as hell. They're not a real rival, but if they become rivals, then so be it. Please don't fire Matt Rule. Don't fire Deion Sanders. I hope both coaches do well so we can have a real rivalry under the helms of Deion Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. Don't hate me. The race thing was here when I was born here. I didn't start this. I just call out the sky being blue. Now you want to say the sky is pink, purple, yellow. No, the sky is blue, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying on this video. The sky is blue. Ladies and gentlemen, love your family, love your kids. Truly indeed. Stay blessed. At the end of the day, I just come here to show you it's bigger than football. It's deeper than football. Now hit me with my theme song.
Heart been broke so many times.